I don't know what to do, so I'm maybe wasting my time worrying. Okay, when there's all these distractions, everything's pulling my mind somewhere else instead of letting me focus on what I need to. And that's one of the problems with the world today. So I'll just get right into it. With all the movies, the Facebook, the people here and there and there and everywhere and everything you gotta do, you never take a time to stop and think. And that's a lot of people's problems because they also let other people in media take away and cover up what's theirs. Like, they'll go along with it. Like, someone today told me to lie about something, and I was like, no. He's like, just say so. I'm like, no. He's like, why? Because it's not true. I'm not gonna say it's true when it's not. But he was also trying to get me to show him my boobs. So, also, people play nice. They say something to you about first impressions are everything, and they keep putting that out. First impressions are something, but they are not everything. A person changes over time, and people play nice. Example, I know a person very well. Then they play nice, and then they go to fuck you over the next time they're there, like Obama. He was good for 4 years, kind of suppressed. He didn't actually do anything, and now he's won over a lot of people's trust, saying that, you know, nothing terribly wrong happened, but now in his second term he wants to implement all these laws and go into our homes and make sure we're following them. While he is also saying there's nothing we can do about this, Congress controls everything, and Romney is saying it doesn't have to be this way. I want to make America a beautiful place to live, and I want to help people who are struggling, because they're mostly just trying to kill off the masses, and that's why we had so many suicides. Ugh, I don't mean to get angry, but it's so frustrating when you talk to these people and they just don't see. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, so, distractions. Yeah, you know, like, back in the old days, like 50 years ago, when there wasn't much to do, so people were really nice, and people made themselves and had dreams and hopes and then to accomplish them and thinking. Remember ages ago when all people had to do to think was think? They just sit there and thinking, and now everything is distractions and our minds running at such a pace we don't even take the time to actually sit down and look at something and find out what it is, or we're blinded so much by what we see that what's actually said doesn't matter, and we don't even really take a good look at what we see, and like people's expressions, like the debate, like people just totally overlook it. I have to actually bring my computer to my parents' house so that we can watch the debate over again, and I can show them exactly what I mean. Obama's sitting in the background getting like nervous and worried every time Romney makes a good point, because he's like, American people see this, but then he's like, no they won't. He's like, I've got them wrapped around my finger, and people do, and then people are spreading lies. Like my grandma's saying, people are gonna vote for Romney because he's handsome. Nobody gives a fuck about what Romney looks like. I didn't even notice what he looked like at all. I watched his expressions. I don't think he's that handsome. But whatever. It's so hard to focus nowadays, and that's as well something they would like to implement on us. All work, no play. You need a balance of things. There can always be too much of something. I've seen everybody abuse everything because, like food, like, you just, like, I love food, it's the only good thing in my life, it tastes so good, you just want to taste it and eat it forever. But if you would actually focus, like, I just ate, like, ham and cheese toasted sandwich earlier, and I was like, I want to keep eating that, like, I want to keep tasting it in my mouth. But I was so distracted, I was eating it, like, it's sitting in my belly, but it's, none of it's in my mouth. I didn't even, like, chew it, like, I didn't even remember eating it. So, that's a little about distractions, and distractions also help people. Like, I was talking to this kid, and he was kind of using his girlfriend as a distraction, and he's like, if I don't have a girlfriend, I would want you. And I was like, well, everything you're saying is, like, real nice and shit, but I have no feeling there, and you would really only be distraction for me from the person that I really like. So I'm sorry. And then he was like, I hate you. And I'm like, okay, 5 minutes ago you loved me, but I guess you hate that I actually have something going on, truth and actual feeling. And he's like, well, I don't care. And I was like, and that's why you're heartless, because you're telling your girlfriend that you love her and that you guys, you know, and he just didn't see a problem with leading her along when he wasn't actually, like, in it and there. And, like, he would just be a distraction from me from what I actually want. And I can feel it. Like, people don't, they want to keep you, like, away from yourself, away from the feelings. The brain itself wants to, because the brain, I don't know, the brain, fuck, whatever. I let myself go down that path, and it was good in a way, but it was also, at least I can try to share how to get back out of it with other people, and that's really what I want to do. Like, I have the experience now to back me up, but at the same time it's so very hard. And people will always hate on it for you because they want control, and if you think for yourself, then you can't control them. Just like, I mean, that wasn't the worst thing. Like, we were just playing around, and he was like, oh, just say it. And I'm like, no, I'm not, because it's not the truth. But see, once you start playing along like that, like when someone says, oh, that person's a faggot, and then they're like, yeah, ahaha, and then they'll keep it up. Also, when someone says this is cool, maybe it's not really cool. Peer pressure is what they totally warned you about for drugs. But should just practice it in your everyday life. There's also, you should take, like, metaphors and shit and apply it to, like, anything you can. And that's something people don't like music, because music is uplifting, and music, you can send messages over, and there's countries where they didn't allow music for like 10 years because people will have hope, and then you can send, like, things through music that other people cannot understand until they get it. Also, timing is everything. Like, if you miss an opportunity, you may miss that forever. I really want, like, a way to make videos or something and upload them so that people can get them, like, right away, or, like, write my thoughts. But then I'd actually have to stand there and say it, and people would listen to me and be like, what the fuck is she talking about? Or, I don't mean to swear, because people sometimes hate swearing, but, like, that's what they would say. And my back hurts, and so I'm gonna wrap this up. I just really wish I could take all my feelings in the situation that's there at a certain time and upload it so that people can see, like, you know, have proof. And then, like, in something else we do, like, Socrates is like, I don't like books because then people won't remember their words. And I just saw a picture that said people don't listen with the intention of understanding, they listen with the intention of repeat, and that's something I've done. Like, I don't remember, so I have to keep learning it over and over and over again, and I want to really avoid doing that. And I really want to find a way to, like, get this out to people. Like, even though it's on YouTube, there's something weird where, like, it doesn't even, like, upload it with everything else. It's not like it's sort of like upon popularity and etc. I don't know. It's really hard to, like, get forward because they just keep pushing you aside. So I have really important stuff to say, so I'm gonna keep making videos, even though it's hard and hard to, like, remember exactly what I want to say, like, out of the day. It's hard. It makes me not want to do it, but I'm going to do it because it's important to me. Whatever. There's so much, and I don't have the time. Don't waste your time, people. Get out there, do something, go be happy. Even if your mind says it's totally, like, wrong and, like, weird and, like, has all these, if you actually feel it, maybe you should go along with that. Use your intuition. Alright, peace, people.